Hey folks, so I'm recording this on Sunday the 22nd. It's been a full couple days. I was in the city, and thank you for all the recommendations for Wonder Woman stuff yesterday. Apparently, I need to check out that animated movie at some point. So while I was in the city this weekend, I went to go see the live Broadway musical version of A Christmas Story. I thought apparently I was going to see the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, and apparently I was wrong about that. But yeah, I had kind of an early Christmas with my mom's side of the family this weekend because they're going out to spend Christmas this year with some other family, so we kind of mishmash things around a little bit this year. But yeah, we went to go see the Christmas Story musical, and I loved it. I'm not a big fan of the movie, to be totally honest. I've become a little desensitized to it over the years because I forget what channel it is that plays it. Like, literally just looped for 24 hours on Christmas Eve. But every year when I see it, I spend Christmas Eve with my dad's side of the family. We have a lot of them over, and we just keep the movie on in the background. And I'm just tired of it. So when I heard that it was this, I'm like, all right, well, a musical version of it could be interesting. All right, we'll see how that goes. And just kept an open mind too. It wasn't like it's like super pessimistic of it or anything. But yeah, I went to go see it, and I loved it. I really really enjoyed it. Yeah, I great performances by everybody, especially the kid actors they were all fantastic, great singers, really good comedic timing. Choreography from all the adults were great as well. The fantasy segments, like Ralphie to the Rescue and You'll Shoot Your Eye Out and all that stuff were particularly fantastic. I loved it. So yeah, and I was thinking about theater stuff. Some people know that I do voiceover. I do a little bit of voice acting work on the side from animation. And I don't really have any like actual solid acting experience to draw from. A lot of mine is just kind of self-taught, and I'm one of those rare breeds of guys that kind of got my my experience, quote unquote, from just doing animation and creating characters and stuff, and playing pretend probably a little longer than I should have in school. But that aside, yeah, I didn't take theater, I didn't take radio, so I have no like traditional acting experience to draw from, really. But I've always been really intrigued by stage, and a lot of my best actors all have solid stage experience, and they're very fantastic at that too. I'm going to say fantastic a lot throughout this entire thing. I have a distinct feeling of that. But I was thinking about it and kind of what my experiences were. Really, my only ever time on the stage was in like elementary school for like required theatrical stuff, nothing ever extracurricular. But whenever we'd be brought to go see like school plays and stuff, I'd always be really interested and wanted to like pursue it more. And whenever I go to Do Art, which is the studio where they record Pokemon, and I meet some of the other actors who are in recording, and I learn about like a lot of their backgrounds and stuff. I mean, like New York is just populated with so many amazing talents, and all super respectable, and again, obviously, a lot of my my actors that I work with in my animation projects and the games that I cast for and everything, a lot of them have really good theatrical backgrounds and whatnot. But I was thinking about it, and since a couple weeks ago I did that video about the season finale for South Park, since I'm kind of on this South Park kick lately, I'm reminded yet again that whenever I see anything on stage, the first thing that always comes to mind, and in this case it just took me a while to remember that this is a thing that I've always wanted to do after I saw The Christmas Story, is like, man, I would love to produce and act in a theatrical version of the South Park movie. Like, I really thought about it, and I know that there's like I've searched and found like there's these videos of a bunch of high school kids that did like a selection of songs that are from the movie and the show as well, which is pretty cool, and I like those a lot. But obviously that's not like a full stage play of it. Apparently my cousins from Pennsylvania at one point many years ago put on one and recorded it, and I have yet to see it. I would like to, but yeah, I'd love to do that, and I've really like actually thought about how that would ever be possible, but it's a little too big for my britches and not something that would exactly, be beneficial to me. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of the first things I think of when I think about like myself on a stage, like, what if scenarios and things. But yeah, I mean, well, I'm gonna put the question out here a little early before we get to the end of the video, but everybody out there, like, listening to this, like, what are your kind of experiences with stage? Maybe any aspiring voice actors who listen, because I know there's a few that tune into my stuff. Are you in stage? Are you in theater, or maybe even radio? But obviously this is focused on stage specifically. Like, do you have any experiences that are interesting that maybe you've drawn from, or maybe stories from your youth of being in local theater and stuff? I'm always curious about it because it just seems like it's a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of drama, excuse the pun, with that. Sometimes that goes on behind the scenes with people, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious to hear about like other people's experiences with that, and because I often wish that I had my own. I think I've said this in another vlog, but a lot of people who know me personally are always confused as to why, like, I don't pursue acting first and foremost, because I'm such a big trivia buff and all that, and or at least when it comes to voiceover, and they're like, oh, why don't you pursue that fully? And it's because I've said that I find animating to be more personally rewarding, but I've always had like a big intrigue with acting, and the stage is something that I think in another lifetime, in some alternate dimension, there's a version of Chris Neosi that is in a lot of like community theater and stuff like that. And I feel like there's some pretty cool stuff that comes with the territory of that. I just never personally pursued it. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of stuff that I've seen too, I've been to see Avenue Q, which is awesome, of course. And actually, there's a guy who's working on Pokemon now, named Michael, who he is, I believe he's like a general actor for Avenue Q, like fills in for a lot of different characters depending on the day. And he's voicing Clement on Pokemon X and Y right now, which that's going to be airing next month, I believe, on like January 18th on Cartoon Network. So check that out. Yeah, but he's in there. I've seen Avenue Q. I've seen Lion King a couple times. And I feel like I've seen some other stuff too, but that's all that's coming to mind right now. I've heard about the Aladdin theatrical show, which I definitely want to go see at some point, because that sounds like it could be pretty neato. Love to see like stage interpretations of a lot of those characters. And yeah, I'm surprised. Oh, I haven't seen Book of Mormon. I would like to, although now that Andrew Reynolds isn't on anymore, I have less reason to want to go see it. So that's a shame. But yeah, and I'd still love to see a South Park, like theatrical rendition of the South Park movie, because I think it could make for a really good play. But has somebody else done that aside from the high school kids that I mentioned who did the selection of songs and stuff? Are there any other people who have done that before? Because I want to know if so. But yeah, tell me in the comments. Give me your stories about your theatrical experiences, if you've had any, or know any people who have and experienced any, whether going to see plays or whatever. Tell me all of your secrets. Leave a comment. And if you liked this video and it made you laugh at all or gave you some interesting memories, give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more and stuff. And you can also tweet me and Facebook me like the usual, etc. If you got any ideas for other topics for future Kirblogs, leave a comment about that too. I'm always open to ideas because I am running out. I haven't done any of my follow-up videos on some of the previous topics because I've been wanting to kind of just tackle other stuff, but maybe I'll do some more of those in the future. We'll see. Meanwhile, I got Christmas coming up. Oh my god. I guess my next vlog is going to be on Christmas, isn't it? Maybe I'll do one about what I got for Christmas, and I'll share some Christmas memories with all y'all. We'll see what happens. But or maybe I'll do one the following day. Who knows? We'll see. See how I'm feeling. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and have a good day. Bye.